Alright, we're back. Game 2 between Willowkeeper and Prime Icarus, and I'm starting to get a pretty decent system out when it comes to turning the music off, turning the music on, moving Skype around. Sorry, I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff without buying programs that help me to do it, so it's confusing. But you don't care about that, because it doesn't matter. Game 1, going Willowkeeper, 40 minutes, not a huge surprise. They massively outdrafted Prime Icarus, and yeah, it was bad. Anyway, game 2, gonna be here, and Tremble first pick after the bans of Parasite and Magnus from Fusion. Dr. Repulsor and Swiftblade get taken out by Znoe, so it's again focusing Shortcannon a little bit on that Parasite, and Fusion apparently not really wanting to play against the Magnus. Lasky is a very good Magnus, but he's got plenty of other heroes. Kraken, he showed last game, and quite good on the hookers of Gauntlet and Prisoner, so maybe Fusion just doesn't want to play against Magnus. Anyway, waiting for second pick right here. Znoe's already taken almost 30 seconds of extra time, which is a little bit iffy on your very first pick.
Yeah. I don't know if the Tremble threw them off, or they didn't see Tree as Tremble players and they wanted to Tremble. But Tremble is nowadays seen as like the Cthulhu font level cancer, I think.
I don't know if he's a Cthulhu level. We don't see him banned every game. It's mostly against teams that pick Tremble, because not everybody picks Tremble yet.
I guess.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Sync's played Tremble a couple of games now, and we still don't see people consistently banning Tremble against them. Maybe because they play so much stuff, so that it's like, well, what are you gonna do? Honestly, I think it's mostly just Certas, because he has a relatively limited hero pool for a carry player, and Tremble is one of his best, so I think they want to mostly control him if they can. Anyway, we'll see how Baltazar does with it. Presumably that will be his hero. And they get the Flux NG combination as well on Willowkeeper's side, so that's making a comeback.
I should say that I didn't really see that combo in effect last game very much.
Well,
but maybe it just didn't get that far where the engineer had a PK or anything like that.
Right. I mean, NG had a PK at the end, but they didn't. They weren't really able to line up too many big wombo combo Flux NG ults.
It was, yeah.
On the other hand, there's some more interaction to that. Like I think it goes deeper with the pull in and the keg stun. That's also really helpful. The interaction there is nice. The turret has a similar thing with the release, and I feel like those two heroes spells combo very well outside of just the ultimate. And then,
well, yes. But they didn't lane together.
That's true. I mean, that didn't help. And then they're also just really strong heroes. Like, regardless of how well they go together, Flux and Engineer are just good heroes. Anyway, Hellborn gonna go with Ophelia and Prisoner. So, Shorcan, jungle player, gonna be picking up the Oath. We'll see if Pyromancer is gonna be a support option for Znoe here, or if that's gonna be a farmer. Both are possible. And Shorcan told me he doesn't like playing Ophelia, so. Kind of surprising they picked that over the Tempest, to be honest, but I guess maybe NG was the thought process there.
No.
Yeah,
well, Tempest might be a little too passive of a hero to play against Tree.
Yeah, I suppose so. They do like to get aggressive early, but I mean, Tempest can gank a little bit. It's not like he's completely unable to do that. He's got a nice stun. Ophelia's better, yeah, I suppose. Maybe it fits what they're trying to do later on more closely. By the way, Prisoner is going to be the hands of Slasky, so that'll be fun. I don't know how many of you guys have seen Slasky play Prisoner, but I've seen a fair bit of it, and he's quite good on that hero. So had a great game 1 on Kraken. I'm expecting him to do more good things with the Prisoner pickup. Anyway, second stage bans, Puppet Master and Silhouette getting taken out by Fusion, along with the Oogie, so more of the Certas bans, as they're really trying to prevent him from being able to play anything he's comfortable with. Again, Mage Bane's on the board. He's played that before. It goes a bit of a weird build, but it's definitely possible. I think he plays TDL as well, and that's more or less it, as far as I know. Alright, Voodoo Jester. That's fun. Anyway, Hellborn Kraken, Rally Bubbles, so a lot of initiator potential there, especially mid-heroes being removed, which is strange because Flux is already on Legion team.
And I don't think you really have to ban Rally when you have a Prisoner.
Yeah. I guess those are also potentially suicides, but not great ones.
Oh.
Oh, oh well.
I mean, there are ones with specifically with like charge type escapes, or like bubbles, or like shelter.
Yeah, but Bubbles shell strip goes through despite shackle from prisoner, so
Yeah, but it's for the Ophelia to be able to gank.
that's true.
The,
That's fair.
the long way. That's
Yeah.
what they want to. Sure, ideally.
Anyway, yes, Twitch chat, you have the correct idea here, I think. This is going to be one of the sneak push strats from Prime Icarus. They've done this a fair bit, actually, as, yeah, the expectation probably here is the Soul Reaper pick for the last one. Ceratops plays Soul Reaper, and combining with the Keeper of the Forest minions, the Ophelia minions, it's going to create a lot of push potential for this Prime Icarus team, and they've done this a lot, where they pick 3 heroes in the first 3 picks that can push and are helpful in team fights, but don't require them to then go for a full-on push strat. And then the last 2 picks tend to be much more of the push team fight oriented variety, so
Yeah.
my guess is that they'll go for that. And we'll see what Legion side can do to counter it, and especially that Voodoo Jester, that cask is going to do nothing against all these minions. It's going to be annoying for Ophelia, I guess, because they're going to stun those minions for like 10 seconds. But oh well. Ellie, last pick for the Legion side, and that's not going to go very well against push strat. Yeah.
But you can purge people out of the Keeper at least. That's probably their thinking.
That's true, but I think we're going to see a lot of grouping up and fighting here, and so yeah. They go for the Soul Reaper last pick. No huge surprise.
I'd have to guess that they didn't expect the Soul Reaper pick.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like Tree's done enough homework on PI to know that Ceratops plays certain heroes. I mean, Ceratops has been around for a while before. He was with Dawn, of course, so there's that.
Ceratops is like the top of the ladder carry player. So it's like they're exposed to him through TMM at the very least.
Yeah, well. We'll see how they do, but I don't know if Legion side have enough deep push to counter what the Hellborn go for now. Laning phase is going to be really valuable once again, because if the Hellborn get off to a decent enough start, it's going to be very difficult for Willowkeeper to stop the snowball, but if they get shut down early, then they may not get off the ground once again. At least this draft has a purpose, though. And I don't hate it, so thank you, PI, for not making me hate your draft 2 games in a row. By the way, we'll be the Suicide Keeper here, as Teltook has picked up the hero. Shore can be headed to the woods with the Ophelia, likely Ceratops in the top lane with Snowy, and Slaskidret in the middle by himself on that Prisoner 945. Could possibly be Pyranch in the middle as well, but I expect him to hang out with Ceratops. Top lane looks like the Legion might go aggro duel, or even aggro try here, as they're sort of sending a couple of heroes up there. But Krake and the Flux going to head back to middle, and it looks like that's where he'll be. And yeah, Baltazar's headed to the top lane with Boxy and Bot. And so we're going to be seeing an aggressive try lane here from the Legion team. And we'll see how that contends against them. I feel like this might actually be doing PI a favor, to be honest, because Baltazar has the potential to get shut down here, and I don't feel like Soul Reaper is really going to care about the aggressive tri lane. I mean, with all those heals coming out and his general tankiness. Oh, initiation right there. They saw the engineer, and yeah, he's not getting out of this. He actually puts a nice keg stun down, and the Pyrancher stun's still off cooldown, but I think the Water attacks. Yeah, there it is, and Slaskidret to the Bloodlust. So that's going to be big too, because that's a real quick bottle for him. And that's going to help him a lot against Flux in this middle lane, who otherwise could potentially do a lot to destroy a Prisoner. I feel like this is a great matchup for Krake. And yeah, that's pretty much why. Just continuously harass him like that. And Prisoner has very little capacity to kill a Flux because it's just too tanky.
Yeah.
So top lane's going to be at least a dual lane. Looks like Root's actually going to head to the middle. So it's going to be a 2 versus 1 in the middle lane. They're going to abandon the top tri-lane and instead go for an aggro duel. Bottom lane it is Ellie versus the Suicide Keeper. So this is a matchup that Boxy should do just fine in. Keeper has no ability whatsoever to kill an Electrician. And so Boxy can pretty much get as aggressive as he wants. YummyPho, are you still here? No?
I'm here.
Just don't
She fell asleep. Well, two keg stuns have missed mid.
And the hook gonna connect onto Flux. There's the shackle as well. This keg stun's gonna hit, so Slasky's actually gonna fall right there, and a nice health potion used from Krake is gonna keep him alive. So that's what happens when your prisoner hooks backfire. Flux says thank you very much.
Well, I don't think he was expecting NG to land that keg, you know?
Yeah,
I'm not sure if you saw, Quincy, but they did that flux pull with NG keg and they missed twice.
Well, BoarBeater
you were
just
saying
told me
how...
about it. So, no, I didn't hear it, but it's fine. Anyway, top lane, gonna be dual lane once again. Ophelia is still over here, but they have a ward of sight to spot this out. There's also a ward of rev that's gonna block this far left hard camp, so she won't be able to do too much, and Vagabond Leader not gonna be sufficient as a ganking creep. So it should be relatively easy. Bottom lane, Boxy diving a tower a little bit here and taking some unnecessary damage, but still does a fair bit to Teltuk, who's at 200 GPM. Boxy 275, so no huge surprise. Electrician winning this bottom lane. And it's fine for PI to not do great within the first 3 minutes like this. Like, they're relatively even, but relatively soon they want to be picking up some steam. And middle lane, once again, they're going to land the hook, this time on Engineer, but it actually gets pulled away by Flux, so nice teamwork there. Root's buddy saving him. How nice.
Can he pull him even when he's shackled, or was he not shackled?
No, you can pull him even when he's shackled, apparently, because he was definitely shackled.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Top, something's gonna happen soon, Minotaur.
Yeah, and they're gonna put the two-man stun right there from Jester, but it wears off pretty quickly. And again, this word of sight from Fusen is just doing a ton of work.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's not in the usual spot that they would try to counter.
Right.
That makes sense.
And I'm gonna kill Tremble Mounds too. Thank you very much for killing Tremble Mounds, because some people are like, don't kill him. Can't kill Tremble Mounds. Boo. Kill Tremble Mounds.
Prisoner he's got his regen rune, so he's just hooking whenever he wants.
This big hooker. Haste rune in the bottom lane will be controlled by the Hellborn team as they find it out with the Keeper minions, and presumably Prisoner will be looking to bottle that up relatively quickly. Looking for the hook on Krake here. He's actually had his rune taken off by the Archer, so what an Archer. Such a BM. Root gonna head to the bottom, perhaps looking to bottle up the Haste rune, and the Keeper Dogs are going to see him go in that direction, but they're not gonna be able to stop him. They actually already took the rune, so I don't know what I'm talking about. My guess is actually that the Keeper Dogs killed it, because...
I think... Where did Electric go?
Oh yeah, what a flux pull again. They are going to miss the stun because of some miscommunication right there, and that's going to result in Krake dying, so Flux pushing the Prisoner away, and Root simultaneously hitting the keg stun, or missing the keg stun. As a result, Ultimate from Prisoner is there as well. They're going to pull Root right back in here. Ophelia looking for the jump with the Skeleton King, gets the slow, and they should have sufficient damage to get the kill. Yes, they will. Sure can, actually. Just barely lands the last auto attack, but he's taking a lot of tower damage right here. He will be able to get out without any return, but got real
They've swapped the Electrician and Tremble also,
yeah.
by the way.
So Boxy going to be in the top lane here. He's already level 6.
The idea of it is kind of... I like it because he's got some levels and has a higher chance of killing than Tremble if you add him with the Voodoo. But they added Lane Warded already.
Yeah. It's a little bit aggressive right there. If Soul Reaper is level 6, that would be a death. But Certus is level 4, which is really low. Bottom lane, they're going to try to chase in this Tremble a little bit here. Prisoner has a hook available, looking to land it, but I don't think he's going to find the angle, yeah, and he just eventually has to back off. So, I don't know why Certos is having so many problems getting levels right here. I guess Snowy's spending a lot of time in lane, and that's why he's also level 4. Eliak's going to chase down this Pyromancer and could get real bad real fast. Nice heal there from Soul Reaper, so they will lock him down at least for a little while. They're trying to block him off so he can't just use the shield to kill the Pyro. Oh! That was well played. Using the Ophelia amplify damage right there too, or new group, whatever it is. And Soul Reaper heal once again, so Boxy getting a little bit aggressive right there. And those are the plays that when he makes them, he looks like the best player, so amazing, and when he doesn't, he looks like a moron. So.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated.
In that situation, looks a bit like a moron. But that was well played from PI as well. Having the 3 heroes there, I feel like the fact that it was 3 versus 1 meant that Boxy maybe should have been a little bit less aggressive. Middle lane, Prisoner ultimate not going to go through onto Flux as he manages to get hit by the keg stun, but nothing else. And Slasky will be just fine. There was a grip on top lane from the Electrician as well, but obviously Soul Reaper not in too much danger. Prisoner, or sorry, not Prisoner, the Keeper in the bottom lane, still hovering around that 200 GPM mark, has his Ring of Sorcery. Still no boots quite yet, but this Hellborn lineup is based around grouping up and pushing relatively early on, so that's why we'll see a Ring of Sorcery from him, as well as Ophelia. They want to maintain their mana so that Soul Reaper can continuously spam his Judgment. Pyromancer can use the spells all the time, and I actually like this a lot. I've seen a couple of games with the multiple mana ring build, and the amount of early spam it affords you, especially on the 6-second cooldown. Yeah, 5 seconds to level 4 for the Soul Reaper hero. It's pretty ridiculous. And then he can use his Judgment or Inhuman Nature, yeah, on other people potentially.
Yep.
Always good. So we're going to see Ophelia come in here, and Creeps get killed. Actually, there's Boris up there that was, right? Yeah, there was something. Keeper the Forest going to be here as well. He's got level 4 in his Keeper Dogs. Ophelia's still level 5, though, so we're not looking at a 3-minion push from her quite yet, but we should be seeing a tower kill in this top lane, as we've now got 5 heroes from the Prime Icarus side, so they feel like their timing has arrived, and looking for something on this Electrician as well. They need to land a hook from Slasky if they want to get this kill. Hook is not going to connect. Nice sidestep there from Boxy. Snowy with a very strange stun, but maybe it would have hit if they had hit the hook. I don't know. Anyway, so that's 1 tower down, and it looks like we'll be seeing a 2nd tower in this top lane. Meanwhile, Legion side are trying to split push, so that's fine. They apparently realize they don't want to take a team fight right now. Split fortification will go off, though. That's going to slow down both mid and bottom. As the tier 2 dies in the top lane, and it looks like PI have no designs on leaving this lane. They're going to go for a base push here, sub 10 minutes, which is not atypical for them when they do this, actually. Hook is going to miss once again, but I've actually seen this happen several times before, and yeah, at this point you really want to respond if you're the Hellborn team, as your tower is now below a quarter of its life, and it's just not going to survive at this rate. Ophelia losing both of her minions, in fact, so the Hellborn are going to back off, at least for the meantime. Hook is finally going to connect on the Electrician. Ultimate going through as well. I think Boxy's dead here. Yeah, he gets pulled back in. Shortcan actually gets the kill. Prisoner could be in some trouble, but he's pretty damn tanky. Kegstun does hit, but 1 only is caught by the Keeper, and that's the Flux. The Curse Ground from Voodoo Jester really not doing all that much. Hook is not going to connect on anybody once again. Tier 3 tower here is actually denied by Baltazar on that Tremble, and they're going to start to work on the racks, as no Boxy means Prime Icarus is not afraid. Now, they don't have any ultimates except for the New Earth's Blessing from Ophelia, and Hook is actually going to connect there onto Voodoo Jester, so Fuzen gets caught out and killed. Cask bouncing around a couple of times. Flux pulling Soul Reaper back in, but that's not the target you really want. Tremble is activating his swarm right there, but he's actually going to get gripped right there onto the Soul Reaper. Is he going to survive? No, he's not. Certos is going to die, but Balthazar gets turned on as a result. Shortcan also going to fall, but top racks go down. And the Hellborn side looking to get out of this. Dragonfire Sun connects on the box. He's going to get the Purge, though, onto Pyro, and it looks like he's going to die. Slasky in the background also falling. Teleports away. Yeah, he's just kind of hanging out right here as Boxy's thinking maybe my Mana Shield will get this kill. But he's not in a great position.
He's gonna guess one of these trees again. Oh, never mind.
Oh, no, there's a dust. That's fine, so... No, he's definitely going to fall right here, obviously, as he gets eaten by the E. So... In the end, it's a pretty nice number of kills from the Legion side, but they do lose top racks. And... that's not great, especially because early kills, early on, means low-res timers. And Halborn, just going to group up again. This is why I hate playing against push strats. Anyway, Flux in the middle lane gets caught out by Slasky with a hook and an ultimate. Trying to push the prisoner away, but we'll see if they actually have the follow-up damage to get this kill. There's the ultimate use as he's trying to get everybody away. Illusion Rune in the bottom lane going to be controlled by Ceratops. He's not going to go for it. Hook lands once again. Slasky hitting the hooks all over the place, and Cracky going to fall thanks to those two. So, yeah. Remember before I'm like, Slasky's a good prisoner player? That's what I meant. Because those hooks are not the easiest to hit, by the way.
Yep.
Since it comes in on the backswing, so it actually gives Cracky a fair bit of time to dodge.
Yeah, I mean, when you do the max range hook, it's maybe almost, you could say, easier because it's less reaction time
Right.
that you get. But.
Well, and once again, the push from Prime Icarus is here. They're going to take out a tier 1 on the bottom lane, and there's nothing the Legion team can do about this. I mean, they have Energy Field. That's it. There's no ultimate from Flux, and even if there was, it's just not that effective against this lineup, so...
I would have liked to see an armor ring by now on their team, but they do have the gnomes and the astrolabe. Oh, there we go, plated greaves.
Yeah, I have actually multiple plated greaves. Both Ophelia and Keeper of the Forest picked them up, so... And yeah, you can see the auras all over the place. Astrolabe, 2 rings of sorcery, Gnome's Wisdom. I'm guessing Abyssal Skull will be purchased on somebody at some point, ideally Keeper of the Forest.
Legion isn't even really able to
what can they do?
Much.
They have to defend
their base. Because they already
base.
lost top racks.
Right.
Farming top is inefficient.
And God, I hate playing push strats so much. It just feels like it doesn't matter what you do. You just lose. Oh no, hook there. Onto Boxy. That would have been another kill probably. Double damage room, by the way, on Prisoner actually gets purged off by the Electrician, so nice use of the ultimate right there. And this tower, again, continuing to fall. Ophelia is level 7, which means she has access to 3 creeps right now. I think she only has 2 under her control. And her range racks in top lane get finished off by the creep wave. So the Legion are going to start to lose buildings up there, and they've actually sent Balthazar to the top lane to try to deal with that, but that means this is a 4v5 in the bottom lane. And we're sitting at a fifth of the health of this tower. So, Prime Icarus. Well, Energy Field's there. There's the combo with NG and Flux. Release the Kraken. No, what am I talking about? There's no Kraken in this game. Everybody's dying on the Legion side. All of a sudden, Tremble gonna fall. Soul Reaper heals are just way too powerful. They can't finish off Ceratops. So 2 dead. In fact, 3 dead as Balthazar buys back. So he did die, and he comes back in. Tremble looking for something else, but what can they do? And they will actually get the hook there on Fusen, who just gets destroyed. All of a sudden, Tremble gonna get hit by the Pyromancer's stun. The heals are everywhere, and Balthazar are going to take another death, it looks like. So, 4 dead on the Legion team. There's going to be another set of racks in the bottom lane. And that's a CC vote, because... Yeah, well...
I'd say that they outdrafted him, and Boxy was in a position where he couldn't get a lead, if that makes sense. He couldn't crush.
Yeah, I mean, somebody on Twitch chat saying calling the Legion draft bad. I don't think it was a bad draft from Legion. It just didn't fit what the Hellborn were doing. Like if you put this up against most any other typical draft, it's a perfectly good draft from Willowkeeper. It's against this team though.
Yeah.
What
drafts,
can they do?
You can't rate a draft standalone. It's all about
That's true.
what you're against.
That's true. I mean, that does matter.
And what you've banned to, like, get your draft an advantage, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh. Are those your final thoughts, or anything else to say on the game?
I don't know. I mean, if PI try to pull anything like that next game, I'm sure they'll be picking some maybe more AOE heroes.
Yeah.
Like the Voodoo wouldn't have gotten picked up. It would have been like a Master of Arms or
Right.
something like that.
And that's likely why, now that I'm thinking about it more, that Snowy was banning out Kraken, Rally, Bubbles, just because those are solid D-push heroes, solid AoE ultimate heroes that could perhaps have done something against all the minions and all the heals and stuff like that are coming out from the Hellborn team. But either way, that'll be it for Game 2, as Prime Icarus actually evens the series up, so this is much more of what I expected from PI coming into this series. At least somewhat competent games. I don't really expect them to beat Willowkeeper, because I think Willowkeeper is a better team, but hey, I mean, that's the sort of thing I'd like to see a little bit more often from them, because I think they have enough potential to hold their own in this kind of series. And we'll see if they can do more than that, and perhaps even take a Game 3, which would definitely be an upset. But at this point, I think they have to be relatively satisfied with their performance, tying a series 1-1 against number 2, number 3 team right now in HoN. So that'll be it for Game 2. We'll be right back with Game 3.